Hello, my lovely trilobites and fossil fam. I ordered these from Ulta a while ago when they had like their point multiplier event. It's the Charlotte Tilbury blushes, the one in Sun Blush Glow and like the Pillow Talk Color of Dreams. I only got 2 of them and I wanted to swatch them, but I also wanted to like compare them to some of my other blushes to see if like we can dupe the color, you know what I mean? So if you didn't want to spend like that much money on it, maybe there is an alternative. So mine came with serious wax blooming, but it was really, really hot here and then it kind of like died down. So that was a temperature issue. So we're gonna see, and these are lip and cheek, I believe. And I'm not entirely sure how buildable these are. Oh, that's really pretty. So we're gonna see if like we can dupe this out with something else. I don't know how this dries down. Oh, that's going to be so good for fall. If it doesn't blend away into nothingness. And I am a very, very pale human. Okay, that went away. One sec. Let's try that again, because I usually like my blush to show up. I mean, not like, like it needs to at least make an appearance at the party. You know what I mean? Okay, so this one's going to take a bit to build up, apparently. This is not how I anticipated this going. I didn't think I'd have to go in this many times. Okay. This is, you have to build it up a bit for this specific color. And if you are if you're not as pale as I am, this might not show up on you at all. Actually, I'm barely getting this to show up on me. That's really sad. I wanted to compare it to the Merit Beverly Hills. Like in my mind, these were like kind of similar. They're kind of similar. I also wanted to compare it to like the LYS because I thought this would be, you know, like the closest. I don't know about this Charlotte Tilbury. That's not really doing what I wanted to. Whoa, okay, this has the pigment. I didn't think that was going to be that color. That's a beautiful color. I don't know why I am not using this more. Oh, that's going to be beautiful for fall. Okay. So I guess if you want like a really, really subtle blush, the Charlotte Tilbury is the way to go. I'm hoping the bright red one has more oomph to it. I did not swatch these in stores. It's a thing. Okay, so let's see. What about the nude sticks? I wanted to see if this was like similar color as well. I like love these little minis. Like if I blend this out, okay, I'm not really finding an exact dupe for that color, but okay, maybe with like the liquid. Okay, I have like the liquid e.l.f. one here. If I could open it, struggle bus. We'll come back to that. I can't open it. Okay, so here's the Rare Beauty one and that one, which I also thought might be similar. To the Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, these are so pigmented, like we know that. But I was looking for more of like the undertone base color to be the same. That's not it. The Rare Beauty, that's not it. How in the name of... Hold, please. I found one of these gripper free things. I don't know. It probably came in a bag when I ran a 401k, but this allowed me to open it. Oh, that was frightening. So, okay. Well, all right. See, I thought this might be the closest to the Charlotte Tilbury. Apparently it's not either. I mean, it's kind of like a darker version. So if you don't want to spend $40 on something that's not really showing up, the e.l.f. one It's kind of like a darker version of that. All right, fun times. I want to try this one too. Okay. Let's try this one and see. This is a little lighter, so maybe. That's a little bit more orangey. Yeah, it's a little bit more orangey. That's more closer to the LYS one. But yeah, I would say there are some very, very similar to this. In case you were wondering. All right. That was a good time. Let's see. What was I thinking about? I was wondering if any of my like Dior powders were similar. See, I thought rosewood might actually be similar to it too. Yeah, rosewood's pretty, it's a little bit more pinky, but it's not too far off. And I also thought Starla might be close as well. Starla is very, very neutral. Maybe if I mix Starla and the Dior, I could pretty much get that color, I think, if I wanted it in a powder, like mixing those. Okay, so now onto the red one. One sec. I love how, sometimes you just lose footage. So this is the Island Dream one in that, and luckily I already know what to compare it to because I have to refilm this whole section. So this one has good pigment, like the pigment I wanted in the first one that we did not get, which made me sad. But I wanted to compare it to the LYS Bubbly because that's the one that I thought was like almost the closest in terms of being a dupe. So if you have the LYS one, you might not need the Charlotte Tilbury one because as you can see, they're both pretty similar. And then I also wanted to compare it to the Dior Cherry, which I like to put on top of things. So which is also pretty similar as well. And then I also compared it to the Natasha Denona, just because they're here. And as you can see, that's actually pretty similar as well to the Charlotte Tilbury, like this one is. It's a little lighter, a little pinkier, but it's in the same realm of possibilities. For some reason, I thought that was going to be like bright red like the Moira one. But if you're looking for a bright red, this is the way to go. And this is extremely affordable too. And I think the LYS ones are not that expensive either. Yeah, a little bit of this goes a long way. This is like a true red. But in terms of the new Charlotte Tilbury, I really think Bubbly is very, very close. And the middle shade, this one's a little bit lighter, a little bit shinier. Like you can see, this one's a lot more shinier. But Bubbly is really, really close. So I haven't swatched these in store. Maybe like my first one was like a dud, like the one over there. And then I was even thinking like the other shade of that might be closer to like the LYS Curvy, even though this one's like more orange. But I think if you own the LYS ones, you might not need the new Charlotte Tilbury ones. These just seem very, very, very similar. So yeah, I think the LYS it's so close. I don't I don't think anyone's even going to notice. But I'll go swatch them in store and see if this one, like my Pillow Talk one, was just a dud and just didn't want to show up today. And what the difference between this one is and like the other, because there was another very bright shade. And then I haven't swatched the new Mario shades yet either, but they seem to be in the same kind of color family. So that's where we're at with this. But yeah, if you have the LYS ones, I don't know if you require any of these. Yeah, unless you like the smaller packaging and you can use these on your lips, and these you can't. And this packaging is a little, it does get a little messy. So that's just more personal preference. But yeah, I don't know if you own some of these, you might not need those. But that's about it, and I'll go swatch them in store and make a short whenever I get around to it. But yeah, I think the LYS one is really close to that. So I hope you found this helpful, and there are alternatives. Obviously the Dior is really expensive too. I just really love this formula, and it shows up on my face a lot brighter than it does in swatches as well. And because it's matte, it doesn't emphasize texture. So I also really, that's why I really, really like this formula. It's like the older I get, the more I like it, if that makes any sense. But hopefully, you know, I really want to try this combination on my face. And then I want to try the original one with, what is it, rosewood, and see what that combination looks like. So I'll do a face test one of these days here when I have a bunch of new stuff I need to try. So we'll get into that, but this is what we're looking at with these, and you might already have it in your collection. And if mine's a dud, I will be returning it. I'm going to go swatch them in store and see if mine's like just a dud, or if they're all like, if those are just not pigmented. Well, we will see. All right, I will see you in the next one. It'll probably be some shorts of me swatching these in store and the Mario in store to, you know, whatever. And I might go to Home Goods because I haven't been there in forever. Like, I never go to Home Goods, and I totally should. So, and it's like in the same plaza as like the bigger Sephora. So I might go there. We'll see what they have. We'll see what we find. All right, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.